Hello to everyone watching. I don't know if any of you all seen these, but these are really nice. I got these at Harbor Freight 4 or 5 years ago, probably longer than that even. And they're really nice for moving your vehicle around. I pulled this out and swept the floor, and when I put it back in, I got it over this way a little far. So I just want to put one under the front wheels, just so I can push it over just a couple inches, really. And I just want to show you. I don't know how easy it will move with them not being under the back wheels, but we'll find out, I guess. So let's see if I can move it. There we go. See, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I got to lift the car up because I'm getting ready to take the torsion bars out to replace this cross member frame. For me, I feel like this is a big job, but I'm going to try it. I made these because I don't trust concrete blocks, which really you should never use a concrete block. And I don't really trust jack stands too much. I mean, they're not going to give, but I'm afraid of rocking and they fall off. So I got 4 of these made. They're solid wood, so unless ants got in there or termites and ate the inside out, I will be good. And I'm going to replace. I'm going to take this out and put this underneath. Oh yeah, watch your fingers. Okay, I'm back. I'm back from getting my hair cut. Now, I gotta think, where was I? I'm going to get ready to take the torsion bars out. And I don't know how to do that, but I looked on YouTube. I've seen about 3 or 4 YouTubes I watched. Some were doing it on a Jeep, and some didn't, just talked about their tool, how to get it out. So from each one, I got a little piece, and so I made myself a list. And the first thing is to measure from the bottom of the rim, because you want to measure from the bottom of the rim, because if you measure from the floor, let's say, the air, you might lose some air, and then all of a sudden you're going to be not the same. So we'll measure from the bottom of the rim to the top of the fender. But the problem is, my fenders are gone. I don't have my fenders here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my 2-foot level, and I'm going to hold it out there. And I'm going to get my measurement that way. And I'm going to get back here and hold it. Straight up. Looks like 30 and 3/8. That gives me an idea about where the height of the front of the car. And I'm going to do that on the other side also. Then I'll write them down. Alright, the next thing on my list was I've got to take the weight off the tire, off the wheel. If I'm going to do this side here first, so I got to raise it up. See if this works or not. Aha! There, I got it. Well, that will have to do. I'm using a 3/4 inch socket also. That's what mine was. There we go. Well, since mine's loose, I don't need to take it out all the way because I've got the tension off of it now. There it is. It is loose. Alright, so I'm finished at this point. Now I gotta go to the other end and take out that. Let me get the little camera down here so you can look at it. Alright. Zoom out. So this is what we're looking at. This is the adjustment bolt basically. This is like the nut or the block. And the key inside there that's hooked to the torsion bar, which is this long piece, is would have pressure down on this nut or this bolt really. But now that I have the bolt all the way down, there's no pressure on it, so all the tension that's in that rod here, all the tension that's in this rod is off of it. So now I can move to the back end. I can come back here and remove. Well, it looks like it's already gone because look at the other side. See that little key, that pin right here? I've got to take that out. Okay, I sprayed it with penetrating oil here, and I moved this boot back, and I was able to go back in there, and I sprayed back in there. And then see if I can't get this. It should come out this way. The torsion bar should come out this way. So let's see. This is the other end of the torsion bar down by the wheel. So the grease markers wear off. The permanent markers is dark and hard to see. So I thought I'd try one of these paint markers. And I'm going to make some marks here if I can. So with these, I can't hammer it out from that end because it's enclosed that I know of. I can't hardly see it. So I've got to go out this way, and there's no way to get a hold of something to do that. I don't know, people made a tool, one guy made a tool that kind of works about this way. We'll see if I break my monkey wrench or not. It doesn't want to hold too good. Oh, nope. No matter what. Maybe if I hit lower. This is not going to be easy. Okay, I got a new plan because the torsion bars are not coming out. So, I'm just going to get ready to cut that frame out. The torsion bar should come out with the frame, and then when I'm out in the yard, I can pound them out of there, or maybe I'll be able to get them out when I've got more room. So right now I'm going to put it up on jack stands to get both wheels off the ground. So this frame here is what I'm cutting out, but this is the part of the front frame that's welded on here. So I want to support this with the jacks also, because I'm not sure what happens when this piece is disconnected from here. I don't want it going up or just falling down. So I'm going to brace it up with two jacks, one on this side, one on the other side. Okay, I got all four corners jacked up. Those two are not on this frame, but I think I'll be alright. I'll think about it before I do it. I'll think more on it. But these two are supported, so if I can cut that out, but I'm going to put a metal rod from here over to there. I have to take the transmission down and I make sure I'm chalked up good. Alright, going to loosen up the other side of the torsion bar, the other adjustment bolt. Well, this time I'm not counting how many turns. Loose. Now I have the torsion bars loosened. I just got to take this ring out of this side. There we go, like that. That came out easy. Wish the whole thing would go that way. I know I have to get new ones, but I still got to mark what this is so I know when I find it. There it is, passenger side torsion bar. Now I gotta get that off. Might mean more cutting torch. Okay, here I am, another day. And I added to my air hammer, I got this flat piece bit. Maybe I can put that on there and that will help me pop it out back here. If that doesn't work, I'm going to put heat on there with the torch and heat that up. Gosh, I gotta get it held on there. Not budging it. I'm gonna have to heat it. guess I have to go to another plan. Stop and think about it. See what else I can do. Okay. I've got a chain wrapped around it. Chain's going back that way. Chain hooked to the come along, which is hooked to my truck. I've got pressure on it right now. So I'm going to try to put heat on that. It's not moving. Man, I'm spending hours on just trying to get this torsion bar out of there. I don't know what else I can do. Man, sand's still dropping out of this thing. Okay. I came back, I'm back from Ace, I went to Ace, I needed some sockets, but I'm thinking to help get my torsion bar off, I was trying to find some big chunk of metal that had holes in them already. Now, these things go with like gates or, yeah, gates. Hinges, I guess, for the gates or something. I thought if I can put bolts through these two holes here, and I can even put one down here and squeeze it tight around that torsion bar, that would give me something down here to hammer on to hopefully knock it out of there. I even thought about I could take and cut off a piece of angle iron here and weld it in there so it'd make a wedge for it to sit in, but I don't know, I'm going to try it without it first. Okay, if you search the internet for torsion bar tools, you might find, well, this is a store-bought one. I think you can buy this. And then here looks like a homemade one. Not sure if that would work, but probably better than mine. And here's a homemade one, it looks like to me. Here's something that looks like homemade. Maybe you could buy it. There, it looks like professional store-bought. Sometimes when you search the internet for torsion bar tools, you'll find this, which is to take the tension off the key on some models, some car models. I don't need that. I didn't need that. These are the keys. Alright, I'm trying to get that torsion bar off. Of course, I've tried a lot of different things. So now I'm going to try to push it off with a ram, hydraulic ram here. Got this at Harbor Freight. So, and I made that plate that I showed you earlier. And I'm going to try to put this in between and see if I can't press it out, push it out. I hope. If it doesn't move at all and I'm really pumping pressure on this, then I'll back off, because I don't want to bend my lower control arm if I can help it. But alright, I'm going to set this up to get ready. Okay, I thought I could use this 4-ton hydraulic ram. Okay, put it up there against the lower control arm, and then I had to come clear back here and hook in that pipe that I was pounding on. And then I had this thing with a little plate. So first we was just going to try this, but I can't get it to grip. It maybe would work. And then the ram would push against this, and I was hoping push this, pull this thing right out of there. But it's not budging, so there's something else wrong. So it's plan D, I think. I don't know, I lost track, and that would be to take this whole thing apart, get that control arm off of there with the Alright, here's like a little ram brace that I made. So I took some channel iron and I welded some other smaller channel iron over here. These are to go across because things aren't going to be that wide. You're going to be pushing again. So one at the top, one at the bottom. You set them there. And you put that ram on there. Alright, here we go. I made this press. I'm going to use my 4-ton hydraulic ram, and that's my press. Try to push this torsion bar out of the junk frame. Wow, that was just I was really hoping it was going to push right out, but that was a lot of pressure on it and it didn't go nowhere. Okay, I'm setting up for the next, the other one. Let's see if I can get it. There it comes. I think it's coming out, people. Yes. There we are. It's free. Finally. Well, that side worked. Guess I'm going to have to let the other side soak a whole lot more. Let's see if it's going to come out this time. Let me see, that thing is... Wow. Boom! She moved. It popped back. Well, that tells me it's loose then. Well, now I got it off of that. Pull this boot off. There. I'm gonna probably I'll need a new one anyhow, without a doubt. Alright, that's the boot. Now, maybe this will come out this way. Ooh, there's some red, yeah, huh? Maybe. Boom! Got it! Well, I got my cross member in. It's welded in. Welded it to the front subframe. Looks good. So now I'm ready to get these torsion bars put back in. So if you remember, when I took the torsion bars out, I marked them. This is the front, left, or driver's side. So your torsion bar will go back in through here. Ooh. And then I'll have to go line it up with the front suspension, the lower controller. But before I do that, I got to get this boot, dust boot over top here and squeezed on there. And I've heard some people complain that this is too tight to get over it. So, and it does. This is pretty big compared to what I've got to push over. So we'll find out how that's going to work. I got to see if I can get this boot on. This is not going to be easy for the... Yeah, this is going to be it. You know, so I'm thinking I'm going to take my heat gun and heat that up a little. Let's see if that will help. Ouch. Oh, man. I wonder if this is for different sizes. So, like, if I was to cut that off. Woo! I'm going to take a look at the original boot and see how big a hole that is there. Okay, here's the original boot, and here's the one that the one I bought. You can see they look pretty much the same. So that one went on. This one should go on. Just got to know the trick they use to get it on there. So I might put some grease on that up there. Let's heat gun it. That is hot. It's even smoking. Ow, ow. That's hot too. Gotta watch that. I should have had gloves. Alright. Got it really hot and it's not going on. Oh man, there is just no way. I wonder what the trick is. Oh shit, I ripped it. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, see, so I've ripped it. Right now, I want to get my these torsion bars back in the suspension so I can let it down. Otherwise, if I let it down right now, it just goes down really low. So I'm just going to do that. So there it is. There's the lower control arm, and that lines up right with that. Boy, that looks like that fits that tight. Looks like and really this thing is loose, so my key inside should be loose. That whole thing should turn. Alright, so I'm going to have to get it to turn. Okay, I'm getting ready to put my boot cover over my torsion bar. This is the old boot cover, and this is the new one. See, they look pretty identical. This hole might be bigger because it's stretched out. I've been trying to get one on, and I've used a heat gun, but I split it trying to get it on. It's just like, how do you get this on? So I searched the internet, and I've seen somebody say boil it in water. So that's what I'm going to try, because I got to get something this size hole over the torsion bar, which is just about this size. It's going to be a tight fit. So that's what I'm going to try, boiling it in water. Alright, water's boiling, so here goes my boot. Put it in there, boil for 10 minutes, see what happens. Okay, the water's boiling, so I want to get my torsion bar. I want to get my torsion bar ready to go in. See, I have marked them. This is the front, left side. This is the front of the torsion bar. I'm not sure what that meant. Driver's side. The D I put for driver's side, so I knew. So you first, it's got to go in this way. I got my, they're kind of thermal gloves. They're for dishwashing, but at least they'll protect me from the heat a little bit. Okay, here I am with a boiling hot pan of water in my boot. Let me see. How it's going to work. Gloves. Also remember, grab some needle nose pliers to pull it out with. Ooh, it might be. Okay, here we go. Put this in my gut and come on. Oh, nope, it looks like, am I tearing it? Yep, I'm tearing it. Tore another one. Not going to work. I'm going to try soaking. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to soak it in brake fluid. I did some research on restoring rubber, like rejuvenating it, and then what I seen was they soaked it in brake fluid, and that made it really rubbery. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Alright, I'm going to use my pan, and I got some brake fluid. I will just use that all. I only really need to soak the top. You know, this is the other one I tried that was split, so it does have grease on it, but there we go. Let it sit there for 24 hours, and we'll see how flexible it is. tried boiling them in water for 10 minutes. You know, maybe I need to go 30 minutes. I thought maybe that was going to work. I've tried soaking them in brake fluid. That loosened rubber up, but it didn't do that. So this is one I tried putting on without doing anything to, and see, it just split. And then this one I did try the boiling it, but it started splitting. You know, I gotta move on, so I'm just gonna throw these on real quick, get the torsion bars in the front suspension, and then I can lower this car down, get it off jack stands, pull it out, sweep out the garage, and bring it back in to get ready to do some other body work. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll put it on my list to come back and redo these. It won't be too hard to get the torsion bars out this time, because since they've been out. Got the new cross member in, so these bars are ready to go in. I'm just going to shove this on. Maybe even with that big split it doesn't. See, look at that. It just, they're on. So I'll pull this way, push that torsion bar that way, get it stuck in. I want to put some grease on that up front there, and put some grease back in here, and probably around this one too. So let's get started greasing up. Alright, I'm on the passenger side. Just by hand I've been able to push it in this far, and I had to adjust that key with a pipe wrench, but I think I got that to push in a little bit. So I think I can take the hammer and pound it all the way in, the rest of the way in now. I'm pounding and see if it goes in. See, it's all the way. I gotta pound it in a little more. Probably have to get something like a socket or something to pound in a little farther. I gotta get the snap ring in, so I think I'm gonna need a little bit. We'll see, we'll keep trying. There. There we go. I don't know if I can put it, I can maybe squeeze it together by hand. Yeah, there we go. That was easy. That's it. It's snapped in. Even though this torsion bar's got to come out again, because I got to do the front suspension on this side yet. Okay. I hadn't gave up. I got it in. I did the same thing. I took a pipe wrench on the other side and I turned that piece up front until I got this lined up, and then I was able to hammer it on in. So I guess that's what you got to do. See if that will go in there. I might have to go a little farther yet. Alright, if everybody would remember at the beginning of the video, at least for me, it was months ago, and I had wrote it down. What my measurement was from the bottom of this rim up. It was supposed to be to the fenders, but my fenders are already off, so I'm using this level going across the hood. And I had 30.5 over here on the passenger side. So right now I have measured and I'm 28. So the car's been let down onto these blocks, but it's off the jacks. But I have 20. This ain't real accurate, but I have 28.5 right now. So what I got to do, remember on the torsion bars, the keys. See if I can come this way. Right here, the keys. This bolt here, I got to crank it up, which is going to turn that key, and I believe it raises this car. So, all right, let's try again. Did you notice it go up any? I didn't. So let's just see if it had moved. No, we're still 28.5. Let me just take another measurement. I don't think it went up, but this ain't a precise measurement. I don't have that fender on here, so that's the only. Well, it maybe went up 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go over to the other side, put pressure on the key over there, and then I think I'll be ready to take it off these things and pull it out. Well, I did the driver's side over here, and I could watch it. I could watch it just raise on up. So I went back to the passenger side, and I got it. Looked like it started raising. I think I got this side too high right now, but that's good for now. Well, here's one reason why I wanted to pull my duster out, so I can clean up floor and get ready for my next project on that car. Really look like a lot once it's piled up.